Welcome back to Reinventing Parenting Blog 14, August 27, 2017. Let's all reach for paradise. I'm high on hope this Sunday, and I'm going to pass it along. I think everyone who has been following my blog knows by now that I believe parenting to be the most exalted role on earth, and in writing that, I'm not even close to exaggerating. And I do sometimes ask myself if any one of us are worthy to take on this extremely crucial role. Can you imagine why I have this attitude? I will explain. The role of parenting reaches far beyond giving birth and succeeding at feeding, clothing, and putting children to bed. It's beyond taking them to the doctor, sending them to school, and taking them to the park. Oh yes, it's the responsibility of shaping and molding the future of our country and our world. And if it is to be shaped and molded to create paradise, each and every parent and guardian must be on board. The fact is, 98% of people are good and have a conscience, but it only takes that 2% to make misery. Knowing that truth, you are probably thinking that regardless of what we dedicated parents do, it's not going to change the world. I think it will, but I also believe in controlling the birth of every baby born to be certain each helpless infant comes into the world to qualified, mentally healthy, loving, and responsible parents. This statement's not going to be popular, but I'm saying it anyways. I have said this in previous blogs. We insist on education, certification, and licensing of highly responsible professional career choices, except the most important one, that is parenting. Why is that? The pain and destruction of our world began and continues with the destructive choices of mindless acceptance of harmful practices of parents in Canada and throughout the world. I don't need to walk far from my own front door to hear and hear of parenting practices that are perpetuating mentally and emotionally crippled future adults. Why we are not better educated and prepared to be parents, I need to ask. It is a job like no other, yet too many are popping out kids as seriously as serving dessert. I choose not to be judgmental, but I am very, very concerned for these children. The poor mental health quality of the world in general, and the World Health Organization will testify to that, is not because of flies or mosquitoes, white bread over brown, dogs over cats, trees or plants. We human beings mess up our own species with examples of our own attitudes and role of modeling we demonstrate to our offspring. It doesn't need to be this way. It would be possible to change the world condition in a generation if every parent and guardian came on board making love, respect, and compassion the most important qualities to teach their children, as well as teaching them to be blind to skin color, race, religion, economic status, cultural ways, and peculiarities that belong to every kind of people on earth, not just some. I'd love to impress every culture and race with the knowledge that passing on traditions or cultural habits to live by are not in any way more important than passing on respect, love, and compassion for all human beings. As parents and caregivers, we need to wipe our minds clean of all the negative things we've been taught. Be discriminating, be mindful, and know that teaching infants from right out of the womb is easier than when children have been inundated for years with destructive examples. It's much harder to reverse thinking habits and wiser to make them right from the start. Look at the condition of our world today and know it didn't need to be this way, and we can change it with our parenting. The world would change in a single the world would change in a single generation if every parent in every country were on board. It is the only and fastest way to create paradise on earth.